No, we don't need to go back on the record. Okay, so we're all back. She's going to continue now with cross-examination of Jane Doe number 4. So go ahead, Stephanie.
Thank you, Your Honor. Cross-examination by Mr. Carlos. Ms. Doe, you testified at the preliminary hearing in this case. Do you remember? Answer, yes. Question, you came to court and gave your testimony. Answer, yes. Question, you recall that? And you gave an interview to the police on the phone, right? Answer, correct. Question, and then you came and spoke to the prosecutors, correct? Answer, they came to me. Question, they came to you? Okay. But you gave an interview to the prosecutor and his investigators, correct? Answer, yes. Question, now since the prelim, you understood that you gave according to Officer Emig, Sergeant Emig, you gave a completely different version of events to him than you did to the investigator for the district attorney's office. You understand that, right? Answer, I did give a statement. Question, and it was different. The statement you gave to, well, let me ask you this. You told us during the direct examination that, and this is your testimony, that Officer Emig told you not to be specific in details over the phone? Answer, correct. Question, and you recall that? Answer, correct. Question, and you didn't testify to that at the prelim. You remember that? Answer, correct. Question, all right, so this is something for the first time you're saying that this officer told you not to be specific? Answer, correct. Question, so let me get this right. You call the number on the hotline for potential victims in a case involving Kellen Winslow, correct? Answer, correct. Question, and it's specifically for victims of sex allegations, correct? Answer, yes. Question, and then you call the number and they channel you to Officer Emig or Detective Emig, Sergeant Emig. Answer, correct. Question, right? Answer, yes. Question, and he's taking your report of a sexual offense, correct? Answer, yes. Question, but he tells you not to be specific on the details? Answer, he explains to me that because of the individual that I should not be specific until I speak to Mr. Dan Owens. Question, okay, so is it your testimony? Just let me ask you this. Did you tell Sheriff Emig that you were picked up in a dark-colored SUV driven by Kellen Winslow? Answer, we met in one of those vehicles, yes. Question, I'm asking you, did you say you were picked up by Kellen Winslow in a dark-colored SUV? Answer, no. Question, all right. Did you tell him that during the ride you were provided alcohol by Kellen Winslow and that you blacked out? Answer, no. Question, okay, listen to my statement. During the ride you were provided alcohol by Kellen Winslow and then you blacked out. Did you tell the sergeant that? Answer, I did not. Question, did you tell the sergeant that when you awoke you were in an extremely groggy state? Did you tell him that? Answer, no. Question, and that you recall several males groping your breasts? Answer, no. Question, and that they were digitally penetrating you? Answer, no. Question, you don't recall that? Answer, no, sir. Question, and that they were touching other parts of your body? Answer, no. Question, you didn't say that to the officer? Answer, I did not. Question, okay. Shortly after regaining consciousness, did you tell him this? That after regaining consciousness, you recalled one of the males leaving the room and Kellen Winslow then having non-consensual vaginal intercourse with you? Answer, no. Question, did you tell him that you had seen the news coverage and you wanted to help stop future assaults? Answer, correct. Question, you told him that, right? And did you tell him that you were very interested in supporting the accusers of this case? Answer, not very interested, but I'm here to support as well. Question, so the statement that you were very interested in supporting the accusers is not a statement that you made? Answer, no. Question. All right, so let me backtrack a little bit. So when you say you didn't make the statements that you were picked up by Kellen Winslow in a dark-colored SUV, is that correct? Correct. Question. The night that you were assaulted, is it true that you were picked up in a dark-colored SUV driven by Kellen Winslow? Answer. I don't know what you mean by picked up. Like, did he show up to my home to pick me up? Is that? Question. I'm asking whether you recall ever being picked up by him, either at your home or at a location other than you getting into the vehicle on your own. Answer. No. Question. Okay, so that didn't occur? Answer. No. Question. All right, you were never provided alcohol by Kellen Winslow. Is that true or false? Answer. I was not provided. Question. Okay, so it's true you were not provided alcohol? Answer. It's true I was not provided alcohol. Question. And so that we're clear, on the night of your assault, right, you said you had 2 or 3 beers. Answer. Correct. Question. Right. At most you had 3? Answer. Correct. Question. Could have been 2? Answer. Most would be 3. Question. At most it would be 3, but you said 2 or 3. Answer. Yes. Question. So it could have been 2, right? Answer. Correct. Question. And nobody gave you anything to drink, right? Answer. No. Question. You had a cup with you, which was that you brought on your own accord to the party, right? Answer. Yes. Question. And you poured the alcohol, or you watched the alcohol being poured into your drink from a keg? Answer. Yes. Question. And you drank from the keg? Answer. Yes. Question. In fact, you drank all of your alcohol before you even had contact with Mr. Winslow? Answer. Correct. Question. Mr. Winslow never gave you any drinks at all? Answer. No. Question. Mr. Winslow never gave you any food? Answer. No. Question. Mr. Winslow never gave you any drugs? Answer. No. Question. Never gave you any marijuana? Answer. No. Question. Never gave you any water to drink? Answer. No. Question. So there's nothing that Mr. Winslow did that could have input into your body at all? Answer. No. Question. And for that matter, Matt, right? He didn't give you anything either? Answer. No. Question. No food. Is that a yes? Answer. No, nobody gave me anything. Question. So the only thing that went into your body that evening was what you put into your own body on your own accord? Answer. Correct. Question. So you didn't tell on June 18th when you called the sheriff, you didn't tell him that anything about anybody videotaping you, right? Answer. I explained to them. That's what I said in my statement, and that's exactly what I told Mr. Dan Owens. Question. Okay. So it's your memory now that you told Sergeant Immig on the phone that you were being videotaped? Answer. No, I know what I said to the sergeant. Okay, answer. You're asking me those questions. I did not say any of those things. Question. Okay, you didn't tell him that you were being videotaped? Answer. I did tell him that I was being videotaped. Question. Okay, that's what I'm asking. Answer. Yeah. Question. So when you called him on the phone, you told him you were being videotaped? Answer. Yes. Question. And did you tell him that you had a previous relationship with Mr. Winslow? Answer. I did not get that far, no. Question. So you just told him about that night that had happened? Answer. Correct. Question. And you said that you were in a condominium, and then you passed out, and you woke up to being penetrated from behind? Answer. I explained to him that we were in a townhouse, and that yes, that's what happened. Question. Okay, because you said that you spoke to him for about 20 minutes. That's what you said on direct. Answer. Correct. Question. And you said that in your preliminary hearing testimony also a few months back. Answer. Correct. Question. Do you remember that? So 20 minutes is a period of time. You would agree? Answer, right. Question, it's enough for you to give certain details to this officer? Answer, correct. Question, I mean, because if he's telling you not to be specific, it would be a pretty short conversation, wouldn't you agree? Answer, correct. Question, and so if you gave at least as much, did you give the detail that you've given here today? Answer, no. Question to the officer. But you told him the basics. You told that officer that you met with Kellen Winslow, you went to a location, and that you had only had 2 or 3 beers. You told him that? Answer, yes. Question, and then you told him the next thing you know, you passed out and you wake up to being penetrated by Mr. Winslow? Answer, yes. Question, and then you told him that he was shoving your face into his friend's crotch area? Answer, I did not say that over the question. Okay. You didn't tell him that? Answer, I did not say that over the phone. Question, but you definitely told him you blacked out, right? Answer, I did not say that I blacked out. I just said that I remember going to a bathroom and waking and sitting on a couch and waking up to what was happening. I didn't say exactly what was happening. I just said what was happening. Question, okay, but in relating that information to Sergeant Emig, you're basically saying that you blacked out. I mean, because, answer, I didn't use that specific word though. Question, that was your intent? Answer, okay. Question, I mean, well, I'm saying there's a period of time where you don't remember anything, right? Answer, correct. Question, and there's a period of time before that where you remember everything? Answer, yes. Question, after where you remember everything? Answer, okay. Question, so the period in between, you're letting this officer know that you blacked out? Answer, okay. Question, I'm asking you. Answer, yes. Question, that was your intent? Answer, yes. Question, the phone call was on June 18th of 2018. When in relation to this set of text messages that you had, when was that? Answer, I'm sorry? Question, if the phone call was June 18th, when were the text messages to Nikki? Question, they started on June 18th. Question, okay, so the same day you called the sheriff? Answer, correct. Question, all right, and when did you read the articles about Mr. Winslow? Answer, 2 days prior. Question, you read? Answer, 2 days, a day prior. Question, 2 days prior? So you read a Union Tribune article? Answer, yes. Question, about the arraignment? Answer, correct. Question, but you also read a Sports Illustrated article, didn't you? Answer, yes. Question, and in that Sports Illustrated article, there was some opinion by somebody writing there that Mr. Winslow might use some type of CTE or concussion defense. Do you recall that? Answer, yes. Question, and that upset you? Answer, yes. Question, and then you told your friend Nikki, in fact, that they're going to try to use this defense about CTE or concussion. Do you remember that? Answer, yes. Question, and then he goes, that's not, you said something to the effect of, that's a bunch of crap because, you know, he did this to me back in 2003. Do you recall that? Answer, yes. Question, it was upsetting to you that, you know, this professional football player might use some type of mental defense to get off of the charges. Is that what you were thinking? Answer, that article is what was saying. Question, I know, but that's, answer, yes. Question, that's what you were thinking because of the article, right? Answer, correct. Question, so you were telling Nikki that also, right? Answer, yes. Question, and Nikki told you she's 1,000,000% behind you? Answer, yes. Question, something to that effect? And you recall Nikki telling you also that you've got to take this guy down. Do you remember that? Answer, I don't see where she says take him down. Question, you don't recall that? Okay. So so immediately, is it immediately after you text you decide to call, or do you talk to your husband in between? Answer, I text my husband in between. Question, and then that's when you relayed the information about the assault initially to Sergeant Emig? Answer, correct. Question, so it's your memory that there were you had two contacts with Mr. Winslow. One was about 2 weeks prior to your assault, right? Answer, yes. Question, and the 2 week prior, you met up with Mr. Winslow. You were physically attracted to him, I take it. Answer, yes. Question, you guys are both young. You're teenagers, right? Answer, right. Question, he was an attractive teenager at the time? Answer, yes. Question, he was in college, right? You at least knew that. Answer, no. Question, you didn't know anything about Mr. Winslow at all? Answer, I did not. Question, you didn't know that he was a big-time college football player? I did not. Question, you knew that, okay. Big-time college football player at University of Miami? Answer, no. Question, none of your friends told you? Answer, no. Question, nobody at the party said, hey, there's Kellen Winslow? Answer, no. Question, so you and your friend Nikki didn't know? Answer, she didn't say anything to me if she did. Question, so you were there with, is it Chris Rios? Is it Chris Resto? Answer, I remember it as Rios, but... Question, could it be Resto? Answer, if so. Question, he was a friend of Matt's and Kellen's? Answer, yes. Question, and Nikki knew him? Answer, yes. Question, through this sort of weird thing, right? So you guys meet up like high school students, and I mean young kids. You're hanging out in parking lots waiting for the next party to go to, basically, right? Answer, yes. Question, and on this first evening, you didn't have any alcohol at all? Answer, I did not. Question, okay, so you go back to this apartment or condominium. Is it a house or a condo? Answer, I'm sorry, which event are you speaking of? Question, the first one. Answer, the first time? Question, yes. Answer, it was a house that we went to. Answer. Question, a house, okay. And what you said on direct is you don't know how it happened, but you were upstairs with Mr. Winslow. Answer, I said that I walked upstairs with him. Question, right. You didn't know how, you said you don't know. Answer, I don't know what the initial question was, like, hey, do you want to go upstairs or anything? I don't remember that part. Question, right, but it's fair for me to say that you were basically a teenager. You were attracted to Mr. Winslow, you went willingly upstairs with him, and, you were going to engage in some type of foreplay, to say the least, right? Answer, yes. Question, okay, and the foreplay would then lead to sex? Answer, yes. Question, and so Mr. Winslow did not force you to go upstairs? Answer, no. Question, Mr. Winslow did not threaten you to go upstairs? Answer, no. Question, Mr. Winslow did not say, hey, you should have some of this alcohol or drugs before you go upstairs either, did he? Answer, no. Question, so you go upstairs, you guys, and by the way, before this time you were flirting with him? Answer, yes. Question, I mean, you were making it clear that you were interested in him. Answer, yes. Question, right? You go upstairs and, the foreplay goes to sex, yes? Answer, yes. Question, all right, his buddy Matt comes in, you see the guy. Did you know Matt from before? Answer, no. Question, so you didn't know him by name at the time? Answer, I knew his name was Matt, but no, I never met him prior to this time. Question, okay, so you guys are having sex. This guy comes sort of, you can see him in the background. Matt walks in. Answer, he walks into the room, correct. Question, and you said it looked like he was looking for something? Answer, yes. Question, and then according to your testimony, Kellen said, it's okay, he can watch. Answer, yes. And you told him, no, I'm not cool with that, right? Answer, right. Question, did Mr. Winslow then say anything to you in response to you saying, I'm not cool with it? Answer, he just said he's going to watch. Question, and once again you say, I'm not good with it, right? Answer, correct. And then he says, let me finish? Answer, yes. And you say, no, 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 this is over with, right? Answer, yes. Question, and so you pull away and start putting your clothes on? Answer, yes. Question, so let me ask you this. When you said no and you kind of pushed away, did Mr. Winslow grab you and pull you back to him? Answer, no. Question, okay, did Mr. Winslow slap you or hit you in any way? Answer, no. Question, did he threaten you? Did he say, you know, if you don't do anything, I'm going to kill you? Answer, no. Question, right? So you said no and he let go? Answer, yes. Question, right? And then you walked. He started putting his clothes on, I take it? Answer, I wasn't paying attention to him, just putting my clothes back on. Question, and you felt kind of weird to say the least. Answer, yes. Question, you went, so this was upstairs, right? Answer, yes. You recall that? You walked down the stairs and Nikki's still there? Answer, yes. Question, so when you walked down the stairs, were you crying? Answer, no. Question, were you upset? Answer, yes. Question, so you're upset, yes? Answer, yes. Question, and your friend Nikki, you guys are pretty tight at this time? Answer, yes. Question, you think that she's a pretty good judge of your emotion? Answer, yes. Question, could she tell, if you know, could she tell you were upset? Answer, I don't know. Question, did you tell her, hey, I feel pretty stupid, or I want to get out of here? Answer, yes. Question, okay, do you remember that? Answer, yes. Question, so correct me if I'm wrong. You know, there's you coming down the stairs, and you go right down next to Nikki. You sit down on the couch like you said, and you say, hey, you know, we've got to go. Answer, yes. Question, that's expressing a little bit of concern or upset on your part, wouldn't you agree? Answer, yes. Question, so you made it clear to her that you were upset? Answer, yeah. Question, all right, on the ride away from, was Mr. Winslow in the room when you told her you had to go? Answer, I don't remember. Question, who was in the room with you? Answer, there was other people in there, but it was just me and her sitting on the couch. I wasn't acknowledging anybody else. I just know I was telling Nikki that we should go. Question, okay, but there could have been other people in the room, and you just don't know? Answer, correct. Question, and it's very likely that Mr. Winslow, I know you don't know because you didn't remember, but Mr. Winslow could have been in the room also? Answer, correct. But from your memory of that particular event, nobody tried to stop you from leaving, correct? Answer, no. Question, nobody? Answer, nobody tried to stop us from leaving. Question, so then you get into the car with Nikki and you drive home. Answer, we went back to her place. Question, so on the drive from the house to Nikki's house, we're talking about the first incident here. You didn't say that Mr. Winslow tried to force himself on you, did you? Answer, I did not. Question, because he didn't? Answer, he did not. Question, and you didn't say, all you did talk about was what, his friend Matt came in, did you tell her that? Answer, yes. Question, and you weren't cool with it? Answer, correct. So it was about 2 weeks go by, This is 2003, sort of pre-everybody having a cell phone thing, right? Answer, yes. Question, so you didn't have Mr. Winslow's phone number? Answer, I did not. Question, you didn't give him your phone number? Answer, I did not have a cell phone. Question, okay. Had you found out who he was between the first and the second incident? Answer, I did not. Question, okay. You never asked anybody? Answer, no. Question, didn't ask your friend Nikki, who was that guy? Answer, I asked her how, does Chris know him? And she said they went to school together. Question, so it's your memory that Nikki didn't say anything about Mr. Winslow being a college football player, potentially a pro football player? Answer, no. Question, no? So 2 weeks pass. You see, from your direct testimony, you guys are, I think, leaving the party, and you see Mr. Winslow and Matt coming by you in a car? Answer, we were leaving a party, and we see Chris, Matt, and Kellen. They were walking towards the house, and then we waved them down. Question, okay, when you say we, did you wave them down? Answer, no, Nikki waved them down. Question, did you say, hey, Nikki, don't wave that guy down because he did some weird stuff to me last time? Answer, no, we were waving down Chris. Question, okay. Answer, and then didn't think anything of it. Question, you saw the guy you were with 2 weeks earlier, right? Answer, yes. Question, it was your, what you wanted to do was be with that person that you were with 2 weeks earlier. Isn't that fair to say? Answer, no. Question, no? Answer, what do you mean by be with him? Question, well, make contact with him, party, do whatever socializing. Answer, like hang out, yes. Question, so I guess the point is, from the first incident to the second incident, there was nothing about Mr. Winslow that caused you any concern or any fear, correct? Answer, correct. Question, because otherwise you wouldn't have waved them down? Answer, yes. Question, right? So you see the guy, you're attracted to him, at least attracted to him enough the first time to have sex with him. You see him again and you wave them down, correct? Answer, yes. Question, all right. So you are all talking, figuring out what the next place to go is, right? Answer, yes. Question, and sometimes there's parties and sometimes there's not, agreed? Answer, yes. Question, and somebody says that, we should go to this condo or the house? Answer, no. First we said we should meet at a gas station to figure it out because the police were heading to the party we were at the time we saw them. Question, so this is when did you get to the gas station? Answer, right after we left the first party. Question, and you did, so we're clear, you did all your drinking at the first party? Answer, correct. Question, and I think you said in your prelim testimony that you drank the 2 or 3 beers in about an hour at the party, right? Answer, yes. Question, what time did the party let out? Answer, I don't remember. Question, it was a late party, an early party? Answer, I'm sure it was a late party. Question, so if the police are coming to break it up, maybe what, 10, 11? 11. Question, 11 o'clock, give or take? Answer, yeah. Question, right, so you had been drinking from 10 to 11, or drinking from 9 to 10, if you recall? Answer, I want to say 10 to 11. Question, okay, so that wasn't the first time you ever had any alcohol, I take it? Answer, no, it's not. Question, no? You're a teenager at the time, and you go to parties and there's alcohol, correct? Answer, yeah. Question, and you drink. You drank beer at the time? Answer, yes. Question, and you said previously in your testimony that you knew that 3 is kind of your limit, so you try to always keep it to 3? Answer, yes. Question, but on this particular occasion, when you left the house after drinking for an hour or so, strike that. like, you didn't, 15 years ago, do you think you were keeping track of time that you were drinking? Answer, I'm sorry? Question. 15 years ago, you're 17 years old, right? Answer, okay. Question. Do you think that you're looking at your clock to figure out how much time I've been drinking for? Answer, no. Question. So is this kind of your best estimate, right? Answer, yes. Question. But you know personally from your own experience that 3 was kind of your limit, right? Answer, yes. Question. And 2 or 3 drinks is 2, 3 beers is kind of what you would do when you were at some of the parties, fair? Answer, yes. Question. Is that fair for me to say? Answer, yes. Question. Okay, so that's more or less what you're basing the memory on, right? Answer, yes. Question. But you also know, well, you know what more than 3 beers does to you, I take it. Answer, yes. Question. Especially back when you were 17? Answer, yes. So you know that evening you would recall whether or not you were use the term sloppy drunk, right? Answer, I'm sorry, can you ask the question again? Question. You know what a sloppy drunk is, right? Answer, yes. Question, you weren't a sloppy drunk. Answer, no. Question, right? You weren't falling over? Answer, no. Question, you weren't, slurring your words? Answer, no. Question, I mean, people weren't saying, Ms. Doe, you can't, you're wasted. Nobody told you that, did they? Answer, no, not that I know of, no. Question, because you weren't? Answer, yes. Question. Okay, so you go into the parking lot, right? And that's the parking lot at the gas station. And that's where this photo is taken, right? Yes. So the photo of you and Mr. Winslow was taken in the parking lot at the gas station, correct? Answer, yes. Question, and you said it was Nicole that took the picture of you? Answer, yes. Question, so did you ask Nicole to take the picture of you? Answer, I believe so. Question, because you were having a good time? Answer, yes. Question, and Mr. Winslow there, does he appear the way he did that evening? Answer, yes. With a bag of potato chips sitting in his car, right? Answer, yes. Question, you guys were just chilling in the parking lot? Answer, at the gas station. Question, at the gas station, right? Answer, yes. And you appear to be pretty happy. You've got a smile on your face. Answer, it's a photo. You smile, so yes. Question, I mean, were you sad? Answer, no. Question, when you took the picture? Answer, no. Question, no. I mean, you had no reason to be, right? Answer, no. Question, I mean, you were with your friends. You were thinking about some other place to socialize with, right? Answer, yes. Question, and you feel comfortable around Mr. Winslow despite what happened to you 2 weeks ago? Answer, correct. Question, right. Do you appear, you know yourself, right? Do you appear to be intoxicated there? Answer, not like sloppy drunk, no. Question, and once again, nothing liquid or solid into your stomach between the party and the house? Answer, no. Question, I always say that. It's a bad way to ask. You would agree with me that there was no liquid or solid food into your system from the house, from the party all the way to the house? Answer, no liquid, solid food from the party to the house. Question, okay, so you also testified during the preliminary hearing that you were feeling buzzed. Do you remember using that term? Answer, yes. Question, during direct, the prosecutor asked you whether you were starting to feel the effects of the alcohol. Do you remember that? Answer, yes. Question, but you would agree that there's a difference between being buzzed and a difference between being drunk? Answer, correct. Question, and your terminology, even you know what it is when you call yourself buzzed versus drunk, right? Answer, yes. Question, And you would agree with me that during the preliminary hearing when you testified under oath, you never said that you were drunk. Answer, I did not say I was drunk. Question, right. And the most you said that you felt a little buzzed. Answer, yes. Question, and by buzzed, I'm assuming what you mean by that is you're still kind of in control. I mean, you feel good, right? Answer, yes. Question, I mean, you're able to walk. Answer, yes. Question, yes, you're able to talk? Answer, yes. Question, all right. You had no problems with, coordination or muscle control? Answer, I did not. Question, because you would have remembered that. Answer, yes. Question, so what's significant about this is if you were, like, I'll use the word trashed, right? Like falling down drunk. You would have remembered that, right? Answer, if I was that intoxicated, I wouldn't remember that. Question, but in this particular case, you remember everything leading up to the couch, right? Answer, I remember the bathroom and the couch. Question, right. Answer, but I don't remember walking into the house. Question, that's the point I'm making. You remember everything from that evening, from the party all the way to the bathroom and the couch. Answer, yes. Question, you remember most of the details. Answer, yes. Question, you remember pretty much what you had to drink, right? Answer, yes. And you remember the fact that nobody else gave you anything, right? Answer, yes. Question, you remember all the people that were there, right? All the people you were involved with? Answer, yes. Question, their names, right? Answer, yes. Question, what they were driving? Answer, yes. Question, you recall the sequence of events about being, going from this location to the Jack in the Box, then to the gas station, and then to the house. You recall all of that? Answer, yes. Question, so it's fair for me to say that you were probably not falling down drunk during that period of time? Answer, I was not. Question, and then for some reason you just went blank? Answer, yes. Just like that. Just. Answer, I went to the restroom. I started to feel the effects of it, the alcohol. Trying to drink some water from the tap, used the bathroom to help some of the alcohol release from my body, splashing water on my face. So I knew in that bathroom that I may have overdrank the amount that I had or the beer that I had. Question, did you tell anybody? Answer, no. Question, did you tell Mr. Winslow, hey, I'm really feeling the effects of this alcohol? Answer, not that I remember. Question, did you tell that to Matt? Answer, not that I remember. Question, did you tell it to Nikki? Answer, Nikki at that point was not there. Question, no, before Nikki, when you parted with Nikki, did you tell her that you were starting to feel the effects of alcohol? Answer, I wasn't feeling it until the bathroom. Question, okay, so at the bathroom then, looking in the mirror, you were able to make it to the bathroom. You remember Mr. Winslow knocking on the door saying, hurry up. Answer, yes. Question, so then you walked back to sit on the couch. Answer, I don't remember walking back to the couch. Question, okay. Do you remember being on the couch? Answer, yes. Question, so this break between the bathroom and the couch? Answer, yes. And so somehow you went from the bathroom to the couch and you don't remember? Answer, correct. Question, looking down at the fabric, and the next thing you know, then Mr. Winslow's behind you? Answer, I remember seeing Matt and Kellen in the kitchen while I was sitting on the couch. Question, okay. What were they doing in the kitchen? Answer, just talking. Question, were they drinking anything? Answer, not that I can see or remember. Question, what was anything about Mr. Winslow, like was he wearing the same clothes that you saw in the picture? Answer, yes. Question, how about Matt? Answer, I remember him wearing blue jeans. Question, and you saw them speak for maybe a minute or so and then that's it? Answer, correct. Question, and then the next thing you know, I'm going back to your preliminary hearing testimony, you were on all fours, right? Answer, yes. Question, you weren't lying down flat. Answer, I was not. Question, so you were on all fours. Mr. Winslow was behind you. Answer, yes. Question, right? And then the way you described it in your preliminary hearing, and I think here in your direct testimony, is Matt lying down in front of you with his legs spread and he has no clothes on. Answer, yes. Question, okay. And Mr. Winslow has you by the back of the hair and he's forcing your face into Matt's crotch. Answer, yes. Question, Matt says, well, you say no, 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 right? I say stop. Answer, I say stop. Question, stop. Answer, stop. Question, and that's what you recall, saying stop? Answer, yes. Question, and then you push against him. The way you described it, you pushed against him with the palm of your hands backwards on his thighs? Answer, yes. Question, so with both hands? Answer, with both of my hands. Question, so did you then lie face down? Answer, yes. Question, to do that? Answer, so my face is now against the bed and my hands pushing against his thighs. Question, and is that when you were able to see well, I take it Matt's crotch was out of the way by then? Answer, Matt had moved. Question, Matt had moved, okay. And you were then able to see the video camera at that point? Answer, no. Question, you said when you looked over you didn't see a video camera then? Answer, after Matt moved out of the way, Kellen flipped me onto my back, and that's when I looked to the left, and that's when I saw the camera. Question, okay, and how many people behind the camera? Answer, I saw one shadow, like I didn't see the person's face. I just saw a shadow of a body to the left of me and the camera in front of it. Question, and they were standing in the doorway or they were standing in the room? Answer, there was a window to the left and he was standing in front of the window. Question, so then it's your testimony that Matt said, you know, just stop, dude, just stop? Answer, yes. Question, right? Are you sure it was Matt that said that? Answer, I believe it was him. Question, okay, and then Mr. Winslow, according to your testimony, then stopped? Answer, yes. Question, and backed away from you, right? Answer, yes. And then it's your testimony that Matt comes to you and says, starts helping you get dressed? Answer, yes. Question, all right. Now, you would agree with me under this situation that Matt is essentially one of your rapists if this happened the way you said it did? Yes? Answer, yes. Question, you didn't want to have your face in Matt's crotch, right? Answer, correct. Question, Matt had his clothes off, right? Answer, correct. Question, the point is, Matt, right? Matt's telling the person to stop, correct? Answer, yes. And Matt is now coming to your assistance? Answer, yes. Question, Matt is helping you get dressed? Answer, yes. Question, and you didn't have any problem with Matt helping you? Answer, I'm just drunk. Question, I'm asking, did you have any problem with Matt helping you? Answer, no. Question, Matt then helps you get to your clothes on, right? Answer, yes. Question, are Matt's clothes on by now? Answer, yes. Question, so he then picks you up according to your testimony, right? Answer, yes. Question, were you on the bed when he picked you up or were you standing? How did that happen? Answer, I was sitting on the edge of the bed. Question, okay, he helped you get your clothes on. What did he do? Help you pull your pants up? Answer, he helped me stand so I could pull my pants up. Question, and did he give you a shirt to wear? Answer, I had my shirt. He handed me my shirt. Question, all right, so then did he say something to you? Answer, I don't remember. Question, so it's your testimony then that he picked you up, right? Answer, yes. Question, and then he walked you down the stairs? Answer, I don't remember any stairs. I just remember a door opening into a garage. Question, what you remember though is Matt carrying you from the bed to the garage? Answer, yes. Question, and I guess the door opened. You didn't see anybody on the way though, right? Answer, I did not. Question, you didn't see Mr. Winslow? Answer, I did not. Question, you didn't see the guys in anybody with a video camera? Answer, I did not. Question, you didn't see whether there was any people milling about? Answer, I did not. Question, so we get into the, once again, Matt still has you in his hands and you walk into the garage. You remember a white BMW, right? Answer, I remember the emblem. I remember the emblem on the steering wheel. Question, did you remember it was white? Answer, I don't remember. Question, did you remember testifying in your preliminary hearing that it was a white BMW? Answer, I don't remember. Question, you don't remember that offhand? Answer, no. Question, is that something that you were unclear of now? Answer, no. The court, is this a good time to take our lunch break?
You guys want to go to lunch? No? Okay. All right, so is that it for the day then, Stephanie?
We have the, after lunch, the cross-examination.
And how many pages is that?
30 pages.
Okay, so we're not finishing in the 5 minutes, right?
Not 5.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We'll go ahead and recess for the day. We'll come back tomorrow. I have a number of cases right at 9 o'clock with a number of attorneys and parties coming in. So do you feel it'd be productive to go and start deliberating at 9 o'clock? Okay, so we'll order you back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And as soon as I've had the clerk send emails to all the attorneys and parties to be here early, and we're gonna crank through those cases as quickly as possible, and I'll bring you all in and we'll finish up the read back. So you wanna head back to the jury room, right? So head back to the jury room and we'll see you back here at 9 o'clock, and I'm hoping to get to you by 9:30 or so, and we'll finish the read back, all right? Have a nice night. Thank you. Okay, let's go. All right, let's go back on the record. We just read through Jane Doe number 4's testimony up until lunch. So far, the court reporter has read 150 pages. We have 30 more pages left of Jane Doe number 4, and then 30 of Nicole Andrews. So it should probably take maybe 45 minutes or so tomorrow morning. So why don't you all plan on being here at 9:30, and we'll finish up the read back at that time. I do have those other matters to deal with. As I said, I have a bunch of attorneys and a bunch of parties coming in here right at 9. And I'll probably do everything I can up to 9:30, and if they're not done by then, we'll hit the read back. So why don't you all be here at 9:30? Are there any further requests, Mr. Owens?
No, thank you.
On behalf of the defense?
No, yeah.
All right, we're in recess till tomorrow morning at 9:30.